While I'm waiting, I munch a little bit, so I'm eating some mushrooms. No, your set is not in charge. I'm in charge. We're in charge. Yes, I'm in black and white. This is kind of like film noir, and we're going back to the 40s and 50s of detective mysteries today. This is a show that is going to be just so much fun. I cannot wait because we're going to do a whodunit. We're going to solve a murder mystery right here on Mark Alyn Cooks. It's the mushroom. What is it, Carol? The case of the mushroom murder melee. That's what's happening on this edition of Mark Alyn Cooks. We'll be back in just a moment. Do you remember when Rod Serling, he would start his show and he would say, with the Twilight Zone. So it looks like we're going to be black and white. Do you? Want to go to options? It's. I'll be right there. Here. Okay, here we go. I really am in color. Okay, here we go. Let's go to Toronto, Canada, and let us bring in our guest chef who's going to direct us today. Her name is Karen Pierce. And Karen, welcome to Mark Alyn Cooks.
Thank you for having me. This is great. I'm glad to be here.
This is going to be so much fun. Name of your book is, and we can see it behind you, Recipes for Murder. Are you have you always been a murder mystery aficionado?
I think I have been. I started reading Christie when I'd finished all the Nancy Drews. So, yeah, going back many a moon.
I get it. Hello, Heidi. Louisville is in the house, or Illa Louisville is in the house because she misspelled it. Looking forward to the show tonight. I never catch spelling errors ever because I don't spell well. Anyway, thanks, Heidi. This is a really great show. We're going to be making a mushroom soup. I started reading Agatha Christie sometime in the, I don't know, fifth or sixth grade. My grandfather would buy the novels or the mystery. There was a mystery magazine, and he would read it and give it to my mom, and then I would read it. And I loved it. And I still love whodunits.
Who doesn't?
Exactly. Well, we're going to do this almost the way I'm not sure about this, and I meant to ask you: are the recipes actually in Agatha's books, or did you surmise what they were?
I am so glad you asked me that because this particular recipe is the only one that's actually in the novels. And as it happens, the family has all gotten sick from the curry that they had for dinner and the soup, or maybe it was the cocktails. So in any case, the doctor is there, Dr. Quimper, and he's questioning Lucy about, the meal and what did she put in it that everybody's so sick. And he says, mushroom soup out of a tin, I suppose? And Lucy replies, certainly not. I made it. Half a pound of mushrooms, chicken stock, milk, a roux of butter and flour, and lemon juice.
What could be better? Well, we're going to be.
The rest is right there in this conversation between Lucy and the doctor. And it's one of the things that inspired me to actually see, is that a recipe? Could you do that? And yeah, you can.
I'm really curious about something. I'm updated the recipe just a little bit, and I've done that. we're using two different kinds of mushrooms. One are baby, um, what are they? Baby um, portobellos. But they don't call them, they call them baby bellas, I think is what they said. And I've
Okay.
already sliced those. And then I also have some shiitake because I really like the flavor of shiitake mushrooms. Um,
Me too. I think that's going to be a great addition to this lovely. In 1950s England, to be fair, I don't think shiitake mushrooms really were in your
no,
neighborhood
I
grocery.
don't. I agree. I think they were just white mushrooms, brown mushrooms.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Servette, that's very funny. And Heidi, you've known me for a lot of years, so you know I'm a smarty pants. Um, uh, okay, we're going to start. I'm going to come over here to our area, and I'm going to put some butter in. I'm going to heat our pan up. There we go. I'm going to put some butter in. I'm probably going to put a little bit more in than the recipe says because I'm using a little bit more. Now, while that's melting, I'm going to pour some sherry. You have some wine. I thought
Me
sherry would
too.
be a great addition for our toast that we usually do here at the top of the show. I
Okay.
love Harvey's Bristol Cream. Most sherries, and I think for years now, have come from Spain. And if you'll raise your glass, what is an English toast?
Bottoms up
Bottoms up. Okay, bottoms up. And we toast to you.
to the
If
king.
you're, yeah, salute. Actually, a touch of this in the soup wouldn't be bad either. Okay, we
Mm.
won't do, maybe I'll do that on my side. Um, in mine. There used to be a restaurant called the Hamburger Hamlet, and they made a lobster bisque, and you could order it with a dose of sherry that they would put on at the top
Ooh.
of the bisque. It was really sensational. All right, let's see how
Well,
our butter
because
is
if
melted.
you put it in while it's cooking, it loses all oomph.
Okay, I think I'm going to add a little bit more butter because I have a lot of mushrooms. The recipe calls for 8 ounces, and I probably have maybe 12.
Okay.
So we'll do that. Um, by the way, if you're a vegetarian or vegan, a couple of very simple things to do with this recipe. Olive oil is one to saute the mushrooms in. We're also going to put in, and instead of milk, you can use an almond milk. I wouldn't use a sweet one. I'd use a regular one, and I think that would work. And there also, you can use coconut milk to make your roux. I've got some fresh sage, and I think I'm going to cut it up just to release some of those nutrients or aromas and flavor. The in looking at the recipe, and I found it typical English fare, maybe a little bland. Okay, so I'm going to throw this in. And Carol, could you hand me a wooden spoon, please? That smells so good. Can you
Oh,
hear
I can
that?
smell it from
Can,
here.
can you hear it cooking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, here we're going to put in these mushrooms first. We'll stir that around. And then I'm going to put in the shiitake mushrooms as well. Karen, how long should these be sauteed for?
I did it for about, 4 to 5 minutes until they're till they look like they're cooked, but not, overdone. And
Got
there you
it.
go. See, more butter on. Perfect. They release so much moisture as they cook that.
I am a mushroom lover. I know that some people think that they're related to toenail fungus. They are not, folks. They are not
No.
related to toenail fungus. Well, maybe the same way that humans are related to gorillas. I don't know. But
But these are the good ones.
yes, these are the real good ones. So I'm going to let that sit there for a moment. We're going to be adding some chicken stock. I got some organic chicken stock, and I really like organics. This is a product from
Oh yeah.
Safeway here in the United States. I did mention uh, that Karen is based in Toronto, Canada. So, do you have Safeway in Canada?
I think on the West Coast, yes,
Uh, oh, okay, like
used to be around.
Vancouver. Vancouver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's last time I saw a Safeway was in Vancouver.
Okay. We have just killed a whole bunch of mushrooms here. Um, got a lot of butter in there. Should I add a
Mhm.
touch of olive oil? Karen, what do you think? I mean, I'm
I would
changing this
actually
up.
leave it a minute or two.
All
Let
right.
let them
Let's
do
see what
their thing
happens.
because they let a lot of liquid out.
Okay. That's what I'm waiting for.
Did you put in your lemon juice though?
I have not yet. So I'm going to take a lemon. This is a Meyer lemon from my tree. And how much lemon juice?
Just really to taste. So when I did it, I kind of, yeah, I did that
Okay.
with
And
just a
then
half,
got it.
not the whole.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And I think that, with the combination of the two mushrooms with that lemon is going to be really nice.
Oh yeah. And then of course I added the sage too.
And the sage,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm going to get ready. I'm going to add how much chicken broth?
A cup.
1 cup. That's 8 ounces.
Yes.
Oh yes. And you were right. The liquid came out. The mushrooms are cooking very
Yeah.
nicely.
That's kind of how you know when they're almost done, when they've really let out enough liquid.
Yeah. I'm going to let it sit for one more second. Here we go. We'll add that's 8 ounces. I'm going to, because I've got so many mushrooms in there, I'm going to add just a little bit more.
All right, so we just want to simmer that now for about a good 10 minutes.
All right. Um, let's talk about your research. Uh, in researching this, did you discover anything about Agatha Christie? I mean, was she what we would call a foodie today?
Oh, absolutely. Like, this is not one of the only recipes that came from easily from the book. So lots of research, lots of biographies and stuff. But Agatha Christie loved food. There's no doubt about it. From when she was a child all the way through, she loved good food. She loved a cup of cream.
Ooh,
Yeah.
she was in her
She grew up
80s
in
when.
Devon, so maybe
Okay.
that's usable, but a cup of cream? She never drank alcohol. She only ever had a cup of cream to celebrate.
I see. And
Crazy.
good. Yeah. Okay. So we've got that going now.
But yeah, she did love to eat. She loved to cook. She loved to entertain. She, loved lobster. She had quite a taste for caviar. She liked
Who
the finer
doesn't?
things in life.
Who doesn't? I love caviar. Caviar,
But all that
caviar
said,
and
there is a story that she greeted her second husband home from the war with burnt kippers.
ooh,
I think she's just so excited to see him, she forgot she was cooking.
got it. I do like kippers. I do like
Do you?
kippers. If you're out there watching and you like kippers, let us know. Um, uh, I think kippers for Sunday brunch
A
is
very traditional part of an English breakfast.
yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
Now, because you're in Canada, you're an English citizen too.
Not necessarily. I am partly because my mother is an immigrant from England. She came here with her family just after the war. So
I see.
I am half English, and I could apply for a passport and or work there, work visa, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Gotcha. Um, the I think of I guess Agatha Christie's biggest novel has been filmized a number of times, or Murder on the Orient Express. And
Hmm.
when we were pregnant, I haven't lost my pregnancy um, fat. A number of years ago, we were offered a a trip. I was a travel writer at the time, and we were offered a trip on the Orient Express.
Oh my goodness.
I had to turn it down because Carol couldn't
Oh.
fly, and I wouldn't go without her. Maybe we
No.
could do that. Who wants to go? Who wants to go?
Well, they've redone it all now. I would love to try that out.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to take the butter and my cup, and I'm going to come over here, and we're going to make a roux. And making a roux is very interesting and can be exasperating. So we'll do that. I'm going to do a little bit more. Okay. A roux is a thickening agent, right? And
Yeah.
you yourself are a foodie, are you not, Karen?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. And hence my interest in finding a Christie cookbook because I've
Got
always loved to cook and I'm interested in food for sure.
okay.
But just a home cook, and that's why it was important to me that these recipes be easy for your average viewer to do.
Well, it's the purpose of our show is pretty simple. What we try to do is bring people who are sitting on their couch, maybe they're alone, maybe it's a couple and they don't want to cook anymore. What we do is we make recipes that are tasty, but at the same time they're easy to do and to
Yeah.
get them. Oh, Heidi loves your
Thank
hair.
you, Heidi.
Okay. So tell me what you want me to do next. I've got the butter going. I'm going to turn the heat down on that.
Right. Well, now you're just going to put in a little bit of that flour, and you're going to make it a paste. Good luck.
I'm that's the hard
That's pretty
part.
much
So
it, isn't
I have a whisk.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, it
Quickly
worked.
so you don't have lumps. Oh, it's working lovely.
Yes, it is. I think
Well done, Mark.
I'm sorry.
Well done.
Oh, thank you. I made roux thousands of. I've made 6 or 7 roux in my life, and I roux the day anyway. Should I add any more flour, or do you think we're
Well,
good?
I can't tell if it's pasty or not. Is it
No, it
pasty?
is not pasty. It's very thin.
Then I would add a little bit more because you want pasty.
Okay. And we're doing this without burning it because that would change the.
Yeah,
Oh, there
consistency
we
as well.
go.
Yeah, now you're getting pasty.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, I'm going to add some more. There's just a little bit more there.
Well, and you put a little bit of extra water or extra chicken broth in with the mushrooms, so you might need a little thicker roux, as it were.
Okay. Well, we're going to add milk in here now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I have some whole milk. I don't know that this would work well with, and maybe how much milk?
I think it's a cup.
Yes.
But I remember doing this very slowly because, you don't want to scald anything. So, yeah, I poured it in really slow.
Okay. Here we go.
There you go. Perfect.
Now it is not thickening up at all.
Mm.
The good news is, and I rue the day that it doesn't thicken. I may have to add a little bit more flour. And I don't know if it's too late in this or not. Let me just grab some flour. Thank you for watching. This is Mark Alyn Cooks Your Dinner. Add a little cornstarch instead of the flour? Huh.
That's a possibility.
All right. What do you think, Karen?
And mix it with a little bit of the milk that you still haven't added yet.
So say that one more time. Add the cornstarch.
You still had some milk left over.
Yes, I
right?
do. Yes.
So put a little cornstarch in the cold milk, and then you can add it.
Okay. I'm going to come back here. Denise Anderson says, we love Agatha Christie and are big fans of, Perot and Miss Marple. Yes.
Well, thank you.
One of the names, I have to tell you, one of the names in this particular story that the mushroom soup is from was a McGillicuddy.
Yes.
And as big Lucy Ricardo fans, her maiden name, you got it. Her
I
name.
never thought of that.
Yeah. All right. So I've got that, and I'm going to add that here slowly. Oh, it's thickening up now. Whoop.
There you go.
And I'm going to bring that up just a little bit. And that should be nice. Okay. I'm going to come back over.
It is thickening now, right?
Yeah. It thickened up a little bit. This might be the thinnest cream mushroom soup yet. But what are you going to do? Okay, we're going to let that. Now it's not thickening at all. I'm going to try one more thing.
Wow, I wonder why.
Hey, live TV, folks. Oh, there it goes. It's a little lumpy.
Well, now it's looking good.
Yes. And what you want to do is whisk this and beat the hell out of it. Can I say that? Oh, I just did. Okay, it's thickening up. So, Karen, it is nice and thick. You can see that now, right?
Perfect.
Yeah.
And now you take that right off the heat.
I'm sorry?
Take that right off the heat, which you did, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And
And now
I've got
slowly put it in your big pot.
what I think I want to do is add some more chicken broth because there's not a lot of soup here. So I'm going to do that real quick. And stir it with the ladle. Either Carol or I may not be having dinner tonight because I'm only making one bowl of soup. Yes, don't the mushrooms
I
look
think
great,
once you got
Denise?
the thickener in there, it's going to be a lovely two bowls of soup.
Okay. Well, all right. So with the roux, which is now nice and thick, how much do I add to the...
You're just going to put it all in there.
Oh, okay.
But I would just do it, a little bit at a little bit, stir up.
Well,
See,
I
it's
already
almost
blew that.
now.
It's a bit...
Now it's too thick.
Yeah. But it'll taste good, lumps and all.
And that's the beauty of home cooking.
Well, it's cooking is artistic and it's also science. And for a guy who failed chemistry in high school, I didn't do too badly. All right, we'll let it sit there for another minute. Oh, Brian McGowan, looking good. Please DoorDash some to Pittsburgh when you're done. We will do, actually, I'll send you the lumps. Brian, you can have all the lumps. All right, I think we're ready. The soup is boiling.
So turn it way down.
Way down? Okay.
Way down, and let it sit for a few more minutes. We want those two flavors to really mesh together.
Got it. So
you could, if I were you, I would taste it right now and make sure it doesn't need
maybe some pepper. Oops. Did everybody see me jump? All right, we're avoiding, if we can, the hot mouth polka. It's really good. It's really good. No, excuse me.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad it worked.
It did.
I remember the first time I tried it and I was like, whoa. And I didn't even have the sage. But something about that nice mix of the lemon and the mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the cream, because you don't think of a lemon flavor in a cream of mushroom soup.
No. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit in a bowl.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna garnish it with a little bit of lemon zest. This is the world's best zester. Look at this.
Oh, very nice.
Come on, man. There we go. And you just want a little bit of this, I think.
Yeah, you don't want to overwhelm it. It's just got to be...
Well, before I taste this, is there another recipe that we could do together in maybe a month or so?
Absolutely. There's 66.
66 recipes. Wow.
In the book, there's 66. I did want to show you all this, though.
Okay, move it over to your right. There you go.
That's what Mrs. McGillicuddy saw.
Ah, got it. The name of the story is?
Well, in England, it's called the 450 from Paddington, but in America, it was released as What Mrs. McGillicuddy Saw.
So Lucille Ball starred in this.
Did she? They
And
did that.
maybe.
Well, I've seen the Margaret Rutherford one.
Hmm. The mushrooms are cooked perfectly. I'm going to turn it off, actually. Oh, is that good? Well, with the exception of some lumps, I think we did really well, Karen.
Oh, I think with, your crusty bread and your salad, you and your wife have an amazing meal tonight.
We really do. Listen, I thank you very much. Will you come back? And we'll
I
do another
absolutely
one?
will.
All right,
It's a hoot.
good.
We can do another one.
Yeah, we'll do something maybe toward the beginning of November, maybe Halloween time, something like that.
Ooh, okay.
All right. I thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to ask you to hold on as we wrap up our show. Thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate your comments always. Next week on our show, we are going to celebrate the Jewish New Year, and we're going to be doing a combination Afro-American Jewish dish for the new year. That's what's happening on Mark Alyn Cooks next week. And coming up, we're going to do brain health cooking. We're going to do a vegan chili. We've got a lot of people. We're going to bring Jim Pertee back. He doesn't know it yet. A lot of people will be coming back to the show. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Thank you, Carol.